This is It Was a Thing on TV.
Spoiler number one is Dr. Lee Franz. It stinks.
What is going on? What is going on?
Episode 115, Submission 1714, Caesar's Challenge. Caesar's Challenge aired on NBC Daytime from June 14th, 1993 to January 14th, 1994 for a total of 155 episodes.
From the entertainment resort capital of the world, Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the exciting new prize Maximus Letter Perfect game show, Caesar's Challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, Ahmad Rashad.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Caesar's Challenge.
From the entertainment resort capital of the world,
Da, 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 da.
Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the exciting new prize Maximus Letter Perfect game show, Caesar's Challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, Ahmad Rashad.
Holy crap, we did like the whole open a cappella.
Oh yeah, Greg and I used to do a cappella opens all the time.
Oh yeah, well you were gone. We did it all the frickin' time.
I thought you were going to
I
say
just wanted to say letter perfect because our announcer guy Steve Day loves to enunciate his consonants.
Well, guys, this one's sort of I don't want to say necessarily depressing episode, but this is the last of the NBC daytime game shows.
Aww.
Remember, there were very slim pickings back in the early to mid '90s when it came to game shows, and they were definitely on the outs.
It was basically the game show realm was basically Wheel, Price,
And
Jeopardy,
and that was it.
And that was it.
And maybe you can include something like studs.
We got Letterman or Studs. You can either have Studs or Letterman.
So yeah, and even though this was the last NBC daytime game show, my gosh, it ended on a high note. This is a superb game show.
Yeah, I guess this would be NBC's sort of event game show. From the fact that you're giving away tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you're in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And you got an up and coming talent from the network sports division in Ahmad Rashad hosting, and this would really be the genesis of Ahmad Rashad moving from Ahmad Rashad football player to Ahmad Rashad television presenter.
Well, he would have been in the sports division for a solid decade at this point.
Yes.
With the NFL and then eventually the NBA on NBC.
Yes.
Yeah. And then obviously he transitioned. I don't know when this started, but it was around this time. NBA Inside Stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
NBA Inside Stuff.
Because with
Willow Bay.
Yeah, Willow Bay, and later Summer Sanders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the jam back on Saturday morning after you watched Saved by the Bell, the new class. Time for NBA Inside Stuff.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah!
You gotta get your Grant Hill fix.
Yes, sir. Where else can you watch Shaq record his
rap
You know I got skills. Shoot, pass, slam.
Do you want me to shoot it? No. I have that rap album.
You have that album. Oh my
Oh my
God!
Oh,
It is so fantastically bad.
It's going to be covered in a podcast, a spin-off podcast one day.
Along with Randy Savage's rap album.
Oh my God!
Yeah, did you know Randy Savage had a rap album?
I did not know Randy Savage had a rap album.
Okay, I'm just getting this out of my system now. I don't want to get any crap for having Jingle Cats on CD or Regis's Christmas album.
What the
No,
hell?
not after Greg just admitted.
What the hell is Jingle Cats?
It's exactly what you
Knowing,
think it is. It's exactly
the Christmas
what you think it is, and it's cute.
I'm on the floor right now. I still haven't gotten up in 20 minutes. I'm dead.
Okay, so
Hold on.
You're not sending me a link to Jingle Cats. You're not sending me a link.
No. Just be quiet and listen.
oh boy. I've heard this.
Oh, Jesus.
This is
Oh. Oh.
some of those cats had a little bit of in-house sweetening. You can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They were definitely doing the Phil Spector Wolves Down stuff on those cats.
Okay. Also, just for full disclosure, I did not purchase that. That was my sister's. I just happened to get it after she. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, trust me, it's not mine, but it's in my rotation of holiday songs. And hey, it's appropriate. It's after Thanksgiving, so
Yeah.
enjoy the Jingle Cats. Meow 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 meow.
Well, I was listening to Monty Python's Ho Ho Ping Ho, so I'm totally ready. I'm totally ready for the holidays. Anywho,
Hey, yeah, we're talking about a TV show here.
yeah. And then all of a sudden we're talking about Christmas? Okay. Okay. So this was going to be NBC's sort of event show. We're giving away stacks upon stacks of cash money dollars. And you have Ahmad Rashad, the star of NBC Sports, hosting it. Oh yeah, and for the ladies, we have a gladiator, a Caesar's Palace gladiator. Most of the run would be Dan Doherty, but of course you'd have the late poker star Chad Brown.
He was a very good poker star.
Yeah, and sadly no longer with us.
Yeah, sadly, he passed from cancer a number of years ago. But also, I believe this is an entry. He was a co-host on Ultimate Poker Challenge, which I am pretty sure I nominated because, good heavens, that was the worst poker show ever.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was very bad.
What do you want for syndicated money, Mike?
Boy, there's so many ways I could answer that. And it had nothing to do with syndicated money in terms of the prize money. There were other issues I had with it. But again, that's another show for another day. Hey, besides Dan Doherty and Chad Brown, there was a third one. I don't even remember
There was a third centurion.
Wiki says somebody named Zach Ruby was a centurion. I don't remember anybody besides Dan Doherty and Chad Brown.
Okay, Zach Ruby was actually on the early installments of Caesar's Challenge.
It must have been really early because I think I've seen the first episode and fourth episode, and I don't remember him. But yeah, he must have been a fill-in or something.
Must have been. Well, okay. Now, we talked about the people in front of the scenes. Let's talk about the people behind the scenes, because we had some heavies behind the scenes here. Rick Rosner. We're talking about 3 or 4 years removed from him doing Hollywood Squares. And he did a really good job. He did a really good job with Hollywood Squares in the 80s. I mean, not many people would have thought to take the show on the road like he did.
Oh,
He
yeah.
did a really good job there.
Oh, the New York shows from Hollywood Squares in that 88
And the
great.
beach shows. The Miami beach
The
shows.
Hollywood, Florida shows, yes.
Oh, man. That was some sick shows there. And also, oh my God, also, today I learned Harry Friedman was a producer. Uncle Harry, what we call him on WLTI. Uncle Harry was a producer on this show.
And just about everything he touched turned to gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true legend. But also, we should mention the announcer was Steve Day. If that name doesn't ring a bell, the only other thing I remember him announcing was Just Men. Also a Rick Rosner show.
Yep.
We got to mention the theme music.
Oh, that's Stormy Sachs joint. That is a bop.
And if you listen to it, if you listen to the open and some of the music cues, you can tell it's Stormy Sachs. It has a very similar vibe to the Hollywood Squares music.
It has that incredible sax sort of.
Oh, well, yeah, Stormy Sachs loves his saxes, yes. Absolutely.
That sexy sax solo, we like to call it. Okay, so, and also, this would be, fun fact, the only game show produced by da 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 shing Stephen J. Cannell Productions.
You guys didn't see me. I
totally saw you. I saw you.
Oh, I'm still
I
lying.
totally saw you.
I'm still lying on the ground. I didn't see it. I can't wait to see it when I'm done recording.
Wait. Why are you still lying on the ground? Did Carter Country hurt you that much?
It did.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so we talked about the front of the house. We talked about behind the scenes. Now let's talk about the game, which is sort of like what would happen if Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune had a kid, and it was raised by it was raised by a slot machine.
Yeah, that seems like a fair interpretation of it.
Yeah. Okay, so three contestants, 3 rounds of play, and each round you had to place a letter in.
You place a letter in a jumbled word.
Yeah, and you get that, and you do that by answering questions. And every letter is.
And they're multiple choice.
And they're multiple
They're
choice
not
questions.
difficult. But also, we should add, there is a theme to each puzzle. And for a while, they mentioned the theme. But after a while, they said, yeah, maybe we're giving away too much information. The theme didn't just relate to the word, the mixed-up word. It also related to every question asked in that round. So the thing is, if you're a smart player and they don't say the category, okay, after 1 or 2 questions, you might be able to guess, oh, this is about politics, or this is about cooking, or this is about television, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so after a question was asked, first player to buzz in with the correct answer won money and got to place a letter. If a contestant buzzed in with an incorrect choice, the other 2 were given a chance to answer the question. If another person got it wrong, then the third player got the money and the placement. Now, like you said, Mike, each of the words fit a specific category. Each of the words and the questions fit a specific category this was changed so only the home audience could see the category, and Ahmad only revealed it after the words have been solved. A correct solve of the puzzle paid off at $100 per letter in round 1.
We should say $100 per letter that was not placed in the word.
Yeah, $100 per paid off at $100 for every unplaced letter. In round 2, that was $200, and in round 3, that was $300. And each correct answer was worth $100, $200, and $300, depending on what round was in play. Now, in each puzzle, there is a lucky slot. Now, in the lucky slot, if you place a letter in that slot and immediately solve it, you win a cash bonus, which started at $500 every day and increased by that amount for each word went unclaimed, resetting to $500 once somebody claimed it. 2 words were played in each of the first 2 rounds. The third round had a time limit, and the player in front at the end would win. But if they were in the middle of a word, then they would sort of do a speed word.
That's the best way. Yes.
Yeah.
And again, the payoff is $300 per unplaced letter, which that really was the difference in a number of shows. That last speed word-esque filling in of the last word of the game.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now, the winner didn't get money. The winner did not get their bank of money. Here's where things get a little bit weird in terms of prizes. The winner got to buy a whole battery of prizes with the money they just won. But ultimately, that was chucked out the window in favor of just giving them a prize package equivalent to the money that they just won. Does that sound a little bit crazy to you? Because it sounds crazy to me.
Sounds a little cheap to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because on some of the shows, the winning contestant might win $6,000, $7,000, $10,000, and the prize package they won doesn't sound like it added up to $10,000. Plus also, I mean, it's not like Wheel of Fortune where, okay, if you don't have enough money, you can put it on account. Nope. You just get, instead of $10,000 of prizes, probably $8,500 of prizes, let's say.
And the other $1,500, you're just going to have to figure that one out.
You're giving it back to Rick Rosner.
Mm-hmm. Now the bonus round had 2 formats in the course of its 6 months. The
good format and the bad format.
Good format and the bad format. Let's start with the good format. The first format, the good format, had a gigantic letter jumbler that would deposit letters into a rack until a valid 9-letter word from the dictionary was formed. At which point, you would hear this.
Caesar says stop.
We should also add that this jumbler is actually a cylindrical cage, not unlike like a bingo hopper that you might see, that you get at not around any longer, but like Toys R Us or Walmart, where you spin it and the number comes out the side or the top, and you know what I'm talking about.
You see them they're at drugstores. Drugstores sell that stuff. I should know.
Yeah. Another good example of this would be the Golden Bank on Golden Balls, which we talked about before.
Golden Balls reference back to another previous installment.
We always do. Okay, so you have a dictionary certified 9-letter word. And the champion, whoever won the game, can place one letter. If he could solve the word with that one letter in 10 seconds, he wins a car.
Whoa.
Yeah. However, if not, well, what happens if they don't solve the letter in one?
They come back as the champion on the next show, and they get 2 letters placed in the right positions if they win. And then if they lose again or miss out on the bonus round, they get 3 letters if they get back to the bonus round. And actually, I believe the most letters I saw somebody get in place, and I don't know why I remember this from my wasted teenage years. The most letters I believe I saw was 5, and I even remember the word. And this guy won the car on this word with 5 letters in the right place. Arizonian.
What?
That was the word that came up. Arizonian.
It is a dictionary certified word.
Yeah, it's not unlike Ohioan or Utahan. It's North Carolinian. It's Oklahoman. It's somebody that lives in Arizona. Arizonian.
So basically be John. So basically one on John McCain.
Sure, why not?
Sure, whatever. Okay, cool. All right, so
Him and Barry Gold were only two people from Arizona that I can think of in 1993. Sue me.
True. Besides that, I was living in North Carolina in 1993.
Hey, Charles Barkley was traded to the Suns in 1993.
Oh, yep. That's when the Phoenix Suns.
Oh wait.
The Showtime Suns there.
Oh wait, Lute Olson. That's 4. That's the second.
Name everybody in Arizona Greg can think of.
Hey, if you're keeping score, that's the second straight episode I've mentioned a college basketball coach from the 90s.
It's true.
Oh, no.
It's true.
Stop him.
Now he has to find a way to fit Dean Smith in. But anyway.
No, forget Dean Smith. I'm gonna find a way to work. I don't know. Like, wait. I'm trying to think.
Hey, Greg,
I got one. I'm gonna find a way to work Rick Majerus into the next episode.
Hey, Greg.
Oh my God.
Hey, Greg, I got one more Arizonian for you.
Oh.
Bill Bidwell.
Oh yeah, Bill Bidwell. Is
There
he?
was no baseball in Arizona back in
Is Bill Bidwell still alive?
No, he died a number of years ago.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Okay.
Anywho.
Oh boy. Okay, so that was the good bonus round. Now for the bad bonus round. You have 5 words of increasing letters and increasing difficulty. You have to start with the bottom, which had the least amount of letters, work your way up, which had theoretically 9 letters. And you had 30 seconds to get all 5 words.
Yeah, and we should say at the bottom it was 5 letters, then 6, 7, 8, 9. I think this is a budget saver because, well, first off, not many people won the second format.
No.
Not at all. And it was just, I mean, I get, you know.
Okay, all right. You know what? I have it right here from Truth by Consensus Wikipedia. The champion was given 30 seconds to unscramble all 5 words, and doing so won the car and retired him or her as before. However, a rule change that coincided with the introduction of this bonus format was put in place. If the champion made it to the bonus round 3 consecutive days without winning the car, he or she was retired with the respective main game prizes he or she had won.
Oh, no, that's cheap.
That's just cheap, man.
That's
That's
awful.
horrible.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
That's really bad. Again, the first bonus round was amazingly incredible, especially given, we didn't have countdown solvers and word jumble solvers back in 1993 like we have nowadays. Thank you, Internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand maybe they gave away too many cars, maybe it was too easy, but then you replace it with the second game, which was absolutely difficult, and most people didn't even get past the third word. They got stuck at the 7-letter word. I mean, a few got to the 8 and to the 9, and obviously there was a couple of wins in that version, but man, it reeked like a budget saver.
It was a budget saver, especially when you consider that champs had only 3 chances to win the car. Otherwise, hey, we'll see you at the craps table.
Well, I will add this. Just something, again, that I remember seeing when the show reran on USA, which it did run for a number of months. They never actually got through the full run of the show, which is a shame. They ended somewhere in the second bonus round, I believe. One other thing that may have contributed to the letter cage being retired, not just giving away too many cars. I'm not even kidding. This happened on a number of shows. I believe they were early episodes. At the open of the show, you had in big blue letters Caesar's Challenge, and they'd fill up they'd light up across the board, and you had that letter cage spinning, rotating, which is a cool little effect.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, but there's one problem. During a number of opens or a number of shows, letters would be falling out at random. So you'd have these balls falling out of the cage during the open of the show.
So you're basically saying they had no control over their balls.
Oh, jeez. But also, in addition to this, I remember at least on one occasion, balls just randomly dropping during the open of the show with Ahmad Rashad opening, and he's like looking up, and balls just keep falling down onto him and onto the set. Was it that hard to get like a twist tie or a zip tie to keep the ball? What do you call it? The ball release device or mechanism in a position where it can't release balls? Boy, that sounds nasty, but I'm sticking with it. I mean, it just seems so goofy, and actually I know there's at least one episode on YouTube where the balls do actually fall from that cage in the open. You can see them as the cage rotates, you can see the balls drop. I don't get it, but it's again another goofy memory of besides which is a great show. I mean, yeah, maybe the productions are a little hackneyed, maybe they needed to do some editing, but damn it, I'm going to say it. The first format was a great format. The first bonus round, the jumbled letters. Whenever you get a 9-letter word, Caesar says stop. Put up the 9 letters in the order they appeared, and if you can unscramble it, we'll give you a letter, but if you can unscramble it, we'll give you a car. If not, come back tomorrow, we'll give you 2 letters, and then 3, and then 4, and then like I said, 5 I think is the most because Arizonian was 1. But we should also note the biggest winner on the show actually is sort of a friend of the show, Chico. Tom Gower.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good friend of the show. Good friend of ours.
Yes. But also, we should take a side visit. There is a contestant, and really, I mean, you may have ringers on certain shows. This guy was a ringer among ringers. I mean, yes, you've had people like Ken Jennings and James Holzhauer just winning tons of money, blowing away the competition. This guy, his name is Neil Bynes. In a proportional way, he did better than I would say Ken Jennings or James Holzhauer ever did. And I know James Holzhauer won $120,000 multiple times on Jeopardy. Again, in a proportional way is the key phrase. So he was on the show on the original version, the original bonus round with the mixed up letters. And he was a buzzsaw. Listen to these numbers and feel bad for the other two contestants. The losing contestants had won $900 and $200. Neil Bynes, by the end of the game, had won $20,700. So he essentially like won everything on stage but the car.
Oh, my God.
But and then he went to the bonus round, and guess what the buzzsaw did? He won the car on the word gondolier. Now, doing a little bit of research for the show, obviously he was a master at anagrams and word games. He actually did compete for a while in the Scrabble like world championships or national championships and didn't even do that well at it. So he was good at anagramming. He probably was like an ace at finding bingos on your Scrabble racks. But he was essentially a ringer of sorts because he was in that realm. He was in the Scrabble realm and word games realm. And anytime he got control, he solved each puzzle. And the thing is, there's actually a YouTube clip of him solving these puzzles. Obviously, I think looking at the numbers,
I'm looking at the YouTube clip right now, and they must have really been hurting for money because there is absolutely no Centurion at the board.
No, it's because they said I think Dan Doherty was sick or off that day.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because actually in the speed up round, no, I believe Dan Doherty appeared in the speed up, or he appeared at least at the end of the show because when they revealed the letters as they were as they came out of the tumbler, when Dan pointed at the first letter, it didn't originally pop up because usually they'd go in sync. Ding, 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 ding. He pointed at the letter and there was no ding, and he had to do it like 2-3 times and then ding, and yeah. So again, another little haphazard thing that could have been edited out. But I don't think there's a way either of the other contestants could have even won a round. Maybe the guy with 900, but that's doubtful. But anytime Neil Bynes got control, he solved the word, but also I think he solved every single lucky slot. He found every lucky slot on his first turn and got the 500 plus whatever was accumulated in that round.
Yep.
I mean, he literally was like the ringer of ringers. It just makes you wonder, how would he done if there wasn't, win the car and be retired? How would have he done if he could last 5 episodes? Or how would have he done on the second bonus round? He may have done that like literally in like 10 seconds. He'd just be like, oh, edema. Oh, frigid. Oh, whatever the 7-letter word is, whatever the 8-letter. He'll just like right off the top of his head. It's like he's reading a list of words. 5-letter word, 6-letter word, 7-letter word, 8-letter word, 9-letter word. Holy crap, he won the car in like 5 seconds.
Oh God, this guy is incredible. I'm looking at the supercut of his episode. He's up to. I'm halfway through. He's up to almost 13,000. That's 10 times what his opponents have combined.
Yeah, like I said, at the end of the game, he had 20,700.
There's the Centurion.
Yeah, maybe he had to go take a bathroom break.
He had to go to the atrium.
The show started without the Centurion. But again, Neil ended the show with $20,700 or points or however you want to phrase it. And his opponents combined had 1,100. So he only beat them by almost 20-fold.
Yeah, this Neil Bynes character, he is very, very good.
Oh yeah, he's actually partially the reason I wanted to talk about this, because he really is like a master of the game, and he does not get mentioned all that often among really great game players, because obviously he was on for one day.
Yeah.
But he just like wiped the floor with his competition.
He was like the Michael Larson of this show.
Oh, yeah. He
And
was
again,
Ken Jennings before Ken Jennings was Ken Jennings.
Yeah, and again, he didn't cheat. Everything was done on the up and up. And just like Michael Larson, he just played the game the right way. He played the system. And we should also add one more thing, and this was a nice touch at the end. The audience game.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, where Ahmad and the Centurion go into the audience and give 5-letter words to the audience members, and if they're right, they can take a handful of what's in the bowl. And what's in the bowl, and it's a big bowl. I mean, it's
a
got
really
to weigh
big
a lot.
bowl.
And it's got to weigh a lot because of all the stuff in there. There's silver dollars. There were casino chips to Caesar's Palace, but there's also chocolates, sort of like the gelt that you get at holiday times. Yeah, the Christmas coins
The
that are
gelt, the Hanukkah gelt.
Yeah, the Hanukkah gelt. Well, it isn't just Hanukkah. I mean, we had it when I was a kid, and we were not of the Jewish persuasion, but still. So you took your hand, put it in the bowl, and you got silver dollars, casino chips, and gold wrapped chocolates.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if you weren't able to solve it, which really a lot of the words were easy. There are 5-letter words. It wasn't like they were giving them Neil Bynes 9-letter words and expecting them to spell, who knows what. They were really easy words, and I mean, they only had 5 seconds, but a lot of times the audience was unable to do it. That was a great audience game, a great way to close the show with the music playing in the background. Oh, I wish I was old enough to go see the show. I mean, I would have been 18 at the time. Problem is, since it was at Caesar's Palace, I wonder if you had to be 21 to be on the show.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, and remember, this is around the time that the image of Las Vegas was changing to more of a family-friendly atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Brian Griffin sang a whole lot about it. We know about that.
Yeah, and WrestleMania 9, which was around this time at Caesar's Palace, they made a big deal saying, oh yeah, Vegas is like such a family-friendly place now that we can have WrestleMania in a parking lot in Caesar's Palace. No joke. It was actually in a parking lot in Caesar's Palace.
Well, because Caesar's Challenge was recording inside.
No, because didn't Caesar's Challenge not premiere till June?
That's the joke.
Oh, right.
Anywho.
That's the joke.
Yeah. But yeah, this was such a great show to be the last game show on NBC, the last daytime game show at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
And now, we've talked about this about other shows. There's been other shows which have popped up on Pluto TV, other Stephen J. Cannell shows. Greg mentioned it last week. Riptide is apparently part of the Film Rise.
Yeah, it should be, but I mean,
I thought you said it is.
It's not. I thought it was on Film Rise. It's not.
Oh.
Well, it's out there. I'm sure the estate of Stephen J. Cannell doesn't even know about it. Actually, there might be an issue there because Stephen J. Cannell and obviously Rick Rosner, you've got dual ownership there.
Yeah, and Michael DeBelco, who helped create the show as well. So there's that. An interesting thing that this is, file this under Today I Learned. There was actually an Israeli version of this show.
Wait, there's a Caesar's Palace in Israel?
I don't think they used the Caesar's branding. It was called Casino Olami, which translates to Global Casino. It was broadcast by Reshet. Reshet, it's an Israeli television network.
I thought, wait a minute.
It literally translates to network.
Well, when you said Reshet, I thought, wait a minute. Dante Bichette has a channel in Israel.
No, Reshet.
No, it's Bo Bichette. Let's get it right. Not Dante. Well, Dante would have been 1993 for sure. So it's a timely reference, but it's Bo Bichette nowadays.
Yeah.
Not Boba Fett, Bo Bichette.
Where's Tamura Morrison when you need him, Chico?
I'm going to plead ignorance on this.
Well, guys, I think we're just about done talking about Caesar's Challenge, except I think we need to add one little thing, and Chico might be ineligible for this.
I might be.
You might be. We're going to do non-eBay prices right.
Okay.
Non-eBay prices right. And you're like, why is it non-eBay? Because look at my background. My background says, have you seen Caesar's Challenge now taping at Caesar's Palace? What that is, and I have it in my hand, even though you can probably see it there. It's a button.
I cannot see it.
It's a button.
I see the button. I barely make it out, but I see it.
Okay, but it's the button that's the background on my Zoom. So, like I said, it's thematic for this week.
Okay.
Chico was there with me when I bought it 5 years ago.
Yes, I was.
That's why I'm deeming him ineligible.
And I'm totally cool with that.
And the thing is, I don't remember if you recall how much I paid for it.
I do not.
Okay.
But I'm going to stay out of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. This was wasn't this at the Gold and Silver?
No, it was at it was on the way back from the Gold and Silver.
Okay.
We ran into like some sort of little curiosity shop, which was Vegas oriented, and actually I believe it was Chico who brought it to my attention. Hey, Mike, do you see this? And he pointed this out, and he said, "You're going to buy that, aren't you?" And I said, "Damn right, I'm going to buy it."
I am. I did.
And lo and behold, I did. And Greg, here's what your job is.
Yeah.
Clock game style.
Okay.
How much did I pay for this pin?
Okay. Is it dollars and cents?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right.
And we're not including sales tax.
Okay, good. All right, first bid, right?
First bid, yes.
$9.99.
Lower.
$8.99.
Lower.
$7.99.
Lower.
$6.99.
Lower.
$5.99.
Lower.
$4.99.
Higher.
$5.
Yeah, it's that simple.
Okay. I was looking for my timer. It was like, oh god, I should probably be timing this. Oh, he got it. Okay, cool.
So now you understand why I paid $5 for this. And the thing is,
it's actually a really good button.
Well, but also, how the heck many of these could have survived? Because obviously this was worn by employees at Caesar's Palace, and I'm sure a ton of these got thrown away because they're like, okay, this doesn't have much value. especially after Caesar's Challenge got canceled.
Unless the employee kept it.
Yeah, obviously an employee kept it, or maybe there was some sort of overstock, but yeah, I mean, these couldn't be that easy to find. That's why I bought it more than anything else. It's like, okay, most of these probably got dumped in the trash, probably in 1993 by Caesar's Palace employees. Mm-hmm. But it's not for sale. I'm holding on to it. It goes along with my other things in my button collection. Oh, and actually, I can't wait till we start teaching again, and I can wear my lanyard to school, and I can have my buttons, like my Price is Right button. And actually,
somebody's gonna ask you, "What's Caesar's Challenge?" And you're gonna look at them and say, "I'm glad you asked."
115 of the podcast, baby. That's what I'm going to say. Episode 115.
Hey, you kids ever heard of a guy named Ahmad Rashad? And if not, I'm going to tell you about a show called NBA Inside Stuff.
That's exactly the answer I'll give. They've heard of NBA Inside Stuff. Did you watch it back in the early to mid 90s? No, you weren't alive? Too damn bad. You missed an era.
You missed an era. You missed Ahmad, and we'll obey. Give you all the good stuff.
Oh, yeah. You found out everything about, again, Jason Kidd and Grant Hill and Chris Webber, and all those folks.
All those folks. Scottie Pippen, like Charles Oakley, all those guys.
Oh, and of course we know that Ahmad Rashad became really good friends with Michael Jordan.
As we know in The Last Dance.
Exactly, yes. Well, that's it for this episode. I don't have any more buttons to pull out or any more trinkets. Caesar said stop. End this episode.
Caesar says stop.
Caesar says stop recording.
Okay. Caesar's Challenge. It had Ahmad Rashad and a Centurion giving out casino chips and chocolate silver dollars. It was a thing on TV.
Oh, and we should also add, I'm terribly sorry, we've mentioned Chad Brown's other work in poker and stuff. We didn't mention Dan Doherty. Two things he's famous for. Well,
what's that?
He played a bodyguard on the Valentine's Day 1994 episode of, wait for it, Married with Children.
Oh, wow.
And actually on the same episode, there was a not known actress at the time named Jane Lynch. So you had Dan Doherty and Jane Lynch in the same episode.
Coach Sylvester was on Married with Children?
The host
of the reboot of The Weakest Link was on Married with Children.
That's what I said, Coach Sylvester.
No, the host of Hollywood Game Night.
That's what I said, Coach Sylvester.
Okay, anywho, Dan Doherty was played a security guard on Married with Children, the Valentine's Day 1994 episode, but also, and I heard this led to some issues. Apparently, at some point, and this may be where that Zach Centurion comes into play. I doubt it, though. He was an adult film actor.
Oh.
Yeah, and supposedly some word got out about it, and yeah, that's not necessarily something you want others to know. That's something you prefer to keep hidden.
That's the episode, folks. It's kind of awkward. Well, it just remains for us to cash out at the website. It was thingontv.com. There you can find all of our socials, all of our past episodes, and of course links to our good friends at Place B Nation Pop, where we do the weekly drops. And I believe this week we're covering this.
It's all the Thanksgiving stuff.
It's all the Thanksgiving stuff this week.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I should also note that by the time this episode airs on our regular feed, I am actually the guest this week on Monday on the Place to Be Nation Wrestling feed on the Place to Be podcast with Justin and Scott. So this will be my first time as a guest because I'm going to be because we're going to be talking about the July 1991 MSG Network house show.
Are you inviting the gobbledygooker?
No, the gobbledygooker is not going to be invited. Although, guys, I know you heard about this, but last week at the Survivor Series, the gobbledygooker won the WWE 24/7 title. And they had a graphic that said, new WWE 24/7 champion, the gobbledygooker. And the best part is when he won the belt, he said, gobble, gobble, baby. And yes, that clip is going to be in the episode at the end. Gobble, gobble, baby.
I can't. Mike, take us home, would you please?
Now you know how I felt when I was on the ground with my pillow because I didn't want to talk about quarter country anymore. That pillow is still on the ground, by the way. I will take a picture of it right now.
Caesar says it's time to end the episode, I think. Again, don't forget the socials.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. 5 stars or Dan Doherty's going to come to your house. I don't know. Oh, my gosh. Oh, hey, next week. No. I'm sorry. I just looked at what's next week. Okay. First episode, cool. Second episode, Greg's going to go on a tangent. He's going to go on some sort of weird rant. I can just see it now.
Wait, what is next week?
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, next week, the second episode. I can't wait for this.
I'm looking for my sheets.
Why would I be angry about it? I love this episode. This is
I didn't
great.
say angry. I said you're going to go on a rant.
I'm not going on a rant. I love this. I've been waiting all year to talk about this.
Okay, I'm looking at the call sheet for next week, and yes, Greg is going to go on a rant.
Which one? The first or the second subject?
The second one.
Oh no,
second.
the second. I'm not going to go on a rant. I'm excited to cover the second subject.
Oh,
Because
we're all excited.
Because there's one person I want to talk about in the second episode.
Speaking of being excited, I got to put that episode on the list.
By the way, check Instagram right now.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And also, just to give you a teaser about the second episode, this I think is actually the most recent episode, or the most recent. I think this is the most recent series. Well, that we covered.
This episode aired in the last year.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going too far back for this. It may be one of those episodes where you say, "Why are you covering it?" But this is one of those shows that I saw again within the last year, and I told Greg and I told Chico, and Greg I think still has it on his DVR.
I have it on DVD. I got to find the DVD of it.
That's how good it is. I told both of my compatriots about it, and Greg actually recorded it on DVD. It's something to behold.
It's something, all right.
So as Chico said, don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, and review. Don't forget to share. We all know why. And also don't forget 5 stars, nothing less, because we sat through friggin' Carter Country for you.
Yeah,
well, I don't want to sit through Carter Country for 4 stars.
I don't want to relive Carter Country again.
No, we're not reliving Carter Country.
No, and Mike, I don't want to hear you say anything bad about Manimal, okay? You sat through Carter Country. You could sit through an entire episode of Manimal.
I sat through an entire episode of Manimal.
Speaking of Manimal, it's time to end the show. Greg, roar us.
Wow!
Too much whirlpool. All right, which letter would you like for us to place in its proper position, Neil?
Let's put the D.
The D, please. You have 10 seconds. Audience, may we ask for absolute silence? Gondolier. I didn't know, so I put the D in.